mean, to see that unity, this is what I want,
Absolutely.
to see like children coming up together. We have children from all backgrounds.
Yeah.
All backgrounds. And it's, backgrounds, and they are so inclusive and so nice to each other. I think we have the most amazing community of teens. Like, they are so nice to each other.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think and I can see that growing with it,
For sure. It's a certain kind of culture that's being created from the ground up.
Absolutely.
And it's
yes.
for kids who potentially have been bullied, they've experienced that, they know someone. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Find Your Calm. This episode is especially unique and special to us because the person that we have here today is doing something here in the UAE that is absolutely phenomenal for teenagers. As some of you know, our daughters are homeschooled, and they've been homeschooled and world schooled since we left in the world and started traveling together as a kind of a nomadic family. And one of the hardest things for them was finding like their tribe, finding other kids that were like them that they could relate to. So as we were on our journey to find our calm, our kids were too. And this is the first time we've been in a place where they've had a true sense of community and have been able to align. And this is all thanks to our special guest today, Margareta, who is the creator, founder, and visionary behind Teenovation here in Dubai. Welcome, Margareta.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm thrilled to have you, and I really want to go ahead and dive right into your background so people can kind of understand a little bit more about you and then how this came to life.
Yeah, it's a long, long journey coming all the way up here. My background actually here in Dubai, I've been here for 22 years. I have been working in the completely different environment. I actually was working in retail and distribution. I was in charge with a few brands across the region that I used to actually love my job. But then my kids came,
Life
along.
changes, right, when you have kids.
Oh, it changes everything, yeah. Because you have two loves. You have your love for your job, and then you have your love for your child.
Right.
So I had to make that choice. Obviously, my children need me more than, probably my job needed me. So
Yeah.
I had to make that decision. But I am a person who can't stay idle without work. So I left my job, and because my little one actually was born a little premature, I have decided, okay, I need to still have some kind of job.
Right.
I need to contribute to my family.
Yeah.
And I can't really stay without, contributing and having some work. So I've decided to reinvent myself. And what did I do? I love working out and sports and all that. So I went on to this journey of, becoming a personal trainer. I got certified. And then I have opened a gym, ladies' gym in Sharjah.
Really?
Yes. And the reason why I wanted to do this, I wanted to do something that I really loved.
Yeah.
And be close enough to my kids.
Yeah.
So I can, if my daughter needed me, I can quickly come home and, cater to her needs. So, yes. But then again, like a few years passed and my kids grew up. They are in school. And I think it all started from this point, to be honest. Well, we went through this journey of changing schools after school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changed 4 schools.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I realized that, it's the educational system that doesn't really, cater to my children's needs, because my kids want to know why they learn something. They want to know how they apply that knowledge into real life. So they kept asking me, why do I have to learn this? Whenever will I be able to apply it? Or how can I apply it? And I'm like, okay, this is not working.
Smart kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have smart kids. But I think all kids nowadays, this generation is like amazing.
Yeah. Very different from when we were growing up.
Oh yeah, they're so smart. So yeah, it took me 4 schools to realize that the education system is not the way I want to teach my kids to learn. So I pulled them out of school and we started our homeschooling journey. Yeah, so throughout our homeschooling journey, I left my business, everything. Then we shifted to Dubai, from Sharjah to Dubai, because we used to live in Sharjah for many years. So I have been so involved in my kids' education.
Yeah.
You know, we tried a lot of curriculums and projects and everything. And I saw that my kids are thriving. I was really, to be honest, I was privileged and lucky enough to find a very nice homeschooling community
Okay.
in Dubai. Yeah, that really helped me a lot.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I found people who actually supported me a lot there, you know. So I could see that my children had a lot of social life. You
That's
know,
a huge thing for homeschool kids.
exactly.
Yeah.
If somebody, and I had so many people telling me, hey, you are homeschooling your kids, but you know what? What about their social life? And
Right.
I used to tell them my kids have more social life than kids going to school.
Very true. Very true.
Because we basically had like every day something else, you know. But yeah, so then after 6 years of homeschooling, I found an amazing school for my children that is project based, and that is like my dream education for my children. It's a progressive high school that I believe really strongly that is preparing my children for the future.
Right.
So then I'm like, it's an online high school, yeah, it's a global online school. But then I'm like, okay, they are teenagers now, you
Yes.
know, so they don't really have a lot of social life, but there was something in between. But then something happened in between. You know, we were having this group of friends and everything, but then something happened that broke the dynamic of my children's socialization. There was bullying involved, and yeah, so I have found my children at this point not wanting to come out of the house.
Oh, that's sad.
So my oldest daughter, was literally immersed in her studies from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m.,
Whoa.
refusing to come out of the table. I used to give her breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the table. She wouldn't come out. She was so focused on her education, on her studies, not, you know, she actually completely closed inside.
Yeah.
Completely closed inside. And I started talking to her mentors, teachers, and I'm telling them the situation. And then there was this midterm coming, midterm break. So the teachers were telling me, hey, you need to take her out. Don't allow her to touch screens, studies, anything. Just take her out and let her have some, you know, like fun.
Yeah.
So I gathered like 2-3 friends of hers. And
You guys
we
just-
went to bowling, actually.
Yeah, something
It
simple
was
and
something
fun.
so simple.
Yeah.
And I think Teenovation journey starts with that bowling session.
Okay.
That day, without me knowing, I didn't know. I had no idea at that point what's going to be, because that was like 2 years back, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so from that point, that week, the midterm break, I started organizing activities for my kids,
Yeah.
okay? And then somebody else or friends, hey, can I join your group? Can I join your group? Well, in a few months, it grew so much, I couldn't handle it anymore. And so I'm organizing these activities on my own resources and everything. And when it grew, you know, I'm finding myself out of resources, time, and everything. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to make this sustainable, you know. It's not working,
Right.
you know, because, you know, when the community is growing, expectations are growing. And you
sure.
need to give more.
For sure.
And I was giving, but I can't really cope up
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah. You couldn't keep
know?
up. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had a bunch of friends, moms actually, in our community who actually encouraged me a lot to go through, you know, on this road.
Yes.
You know, and I've realized, you know, on this year, I've realized there is so much need for these children's socialization.
It really
And
is.
I've realized there are so many problems these teens are, going through. And I feel those problems because I have my own children.
Correct.
And I know exactly what they go through, what
Yeah.
they're going through. So initially our group was for homeschoolers,
Yes.
but then
It grew to
it grew. Yeah. We had a few friends who were actually going to school. So it was not exclusively, but most of our kids were homeschoolers.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a group of homeschooling, school going kids as well. But then a lot of people were like, okay, can we join? And I've noticed that it's not only homeschooling community
Yes.
who needs socialization after school hours, it's the schools as well. I
Absolutely.
have parents now joining us telling me, we are finding so hard to make friends out of the school hours.
That's so interesting because growing up for us, all of our friends were at school. Like, unless you had a specific after school activity, whether that was a club sport or something like that, we were excited to get up every day and go see our friends. So you're seeing a shift that's happening.
Yeah, I see a shift. I don't know. I know that here in Dubai, most probably there are a lot of kids who are socializing after school hours, but there are a lot who aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm observing from my interaction with the parents who are reaching us to us. I think there are a lot of things that to do after school, like sports.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. You find, and they are doing an amazing job, but there is not a lot for them to actually be in a community, have fun. These kids need to take their teenage years back.
Absolutely. The level of anxiety
claim your
and stress.
Years back, teenage years back.
Yeah, there was a study I recently read about the level of anxiety and stress that kids are feeling from middle school on up is the level of stress that we were feeling when we were in college. And I can only imagine in such a small body and mind that's still growing, how impactful that really is. So having something like Teenovation where they can turn all of that off and just be a kid again.
Exactly.
Is so important.
Yeah, exactly. There is so much stress, not only for the exam. So having been in the education, like a traditional education system, and then a homeschooling scenario, I can see the difference. These kids are so stressed. There is an exam or a test every other day.
Yeah.
There's so much stress, to fare well and get amazing grades and all that. It's a lot of stress. But you see, when kids are coming to our activities, they really have fun. They really have fun. Another problem that I see actually is the social media misinformation.
Lots of comparison, a lot of feeling like that's reality opposed to what actually is. Yeah.
There is so much.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate of technology. I love technology. I really love. I don't think we can move forward from this point without technology.
Correct.
So we better get it straight, and
Yeah.
we'll learn how to use it in a most meaningful way.
Yeah.
I think our kids should know how to use technology.
Correct.
But it's the social media misinformation that is actually causing a lot of problems to these kids.
Yes.
Like you said, like body image, that leads to a lot of, depression. I encounter a lot of kids during this past year, with depression, with a lot of problems. And all this actually stem from one root problem, is the social media. Yeah, misinformation. They compare themselves to everything they see out there.
Correct.
Correct. So my mission now for Teenovation is get these kids out of the house at any cost. Get them out of the house. Give them something to do. Something meaningful to do. And I've noticed, Yunchi, they are so happy when they interact with each other. They love that social interaction.
Yeah.
This is what they miss. And I see that they're craving that, actually. We have some kids, okay, they are shy at the beginning, which is very normal. Nobody's
like my youngest, Aria, she's very shy.
Yeah. So they're shy in the beginning. It takes like a few meetings.
Yeah.
But then once they got, they got used to everybody, I see they really crave that. You
Yeah.
can see that, in
Absolutely.
them. They really love it.
Yeah.
Love that social interaction.
Let's talk a little bit about what Teenovation is becoming, because someone listening right now would say, okay, that's great. It's like it's social fun for the kids. They get together, they go bowling, they do fun stuff. But it's so much deeper than that, right? Because there's this internship work that you've got, laid out. There's clubs that are ran by the teens themselves. So you're teaching levels of entrepreneurship. So let's dive into a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not just the entertainment fun of it. We actually love to have fun doing a lot of things, learning skills while having fun. I think that is the way to put it, because our main goal is to make these kids happy.
Right.
Yeah. So within that context, yeah, we empower them, to, like you said, run their own projects. We have kids who are running their own projects. They monetize their projects. Exactly. We want to pave that road, and actually establish or encourage an entrepreneurial mindset.
Right.
Yeah. So we are so open. I'm like, okay, you guys give any idea that you want to run. Let's see into it and let's make it work for you. And as you know, Yunche, we have Owen. He's doing his
the robotics club, right?
Robotics club, and the poolside movie night.
The movie night, right?
That is tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm so excited. That is always so exciting. Yeah, so he's always actually coming up with something else. Yeah, so he's actually taking it to another level tomorrow. He bought these floaties.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, and he's so good at making this professional popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah, like professional cinema popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned a trick or two from him. He's amazing. Then we have Brielle, she's doing movie debate. We have Eliana Brielle doing the Kahoot games. We have Malek, he did his emotional art.
Yes.
That was so beautiful, like having these kids putting their emotions on a canvas.
That's beautiful.
On the beach, in that, in the nature. It was an amazing idea. I loved it.
It's a calming kind of thing for them to just...
It is so calming.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So we definitely empower, we provide this platform for the children to actually take initiative, run your own projects. You have a skill, you have a talent, bring it on, teach somebody else something that you know.
Yes.
While working towards financial independence mindset.
I have to say, this Teenovation embodies everything we have been teaching our girls for a long time. And the fact that you are giving them the support and the opportunity, it's not just an idea, it's execution that's happening, is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, for homeschool kids, but kids who go to a regular school, they get to see another version that maybe they don't have exposure to at their school.
Definitely. I do agree with you, like totally. And you mentioned the internships and volunteering. Well, we have a lot of internship opportunities within the Teenovation, as you know. We actually have our own teens organizing committee, where our kids are taken care of, like, let's say, social media, videos. They get involved in organizing the activities, brainstorm ideas, and I am so open to their ideas because, we want to offer our teenagers, what they like, what they want, So I'm telling you, we have this, what you call them, the suggestions that children are bringing, for activities and for events. And, well, there was a hackathon on the list. Well, I don't know, somehow it came to us and we have an ICP hackathon happening. So it's just like manifesting things and they just, happen because these kids really want it, like they express that that wish for something. They are conducting surveys, they are making suggestions. So Teenovation is all about teenagers.
Yes.
Their ideas, their voices matter. Probably people don't know, but everything that we do is actually from them.
Right. I'm sure many people don't.
Many people don't know. So it's from them. It's their ideas. It's their help. We want to involve them as much as we can. I think it's important for them to learn skills for the future.
Right.
And and Teenovation is giving them a platform to develop these skills for the future. They feel like, okay, we are a startup, so they are working in this kind of environment to help the startup and help themselves and the community grow, and actually, providing something meaningful for the others.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And here's what I also love is that it's not just for the teens, because even my youngest daughter, she's 10, so she gets to participate and kind of get a glimpse into like what's coming for her. But it's also for the families. You get the families together, you make sure that they're involved. It's a very strong, beautiful community mindset. Talk about why you thought that was an important element, because you could have just said this is for kids only and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. I think the family is extremely, extremely important. I think everything starts with the family, and I think also, having positive relationships is actually affecting in a positive way a child's behavior. Yeah. So I think, but I don't want them to lose the connection with their families as they grow up, and they're teenagers now.
Yeah.
They only have like few hours left to, spread their wings and
That's
go
true.
out there, and take over the world.
Right.
Yeah, and they will be on their own.
Yeah.
So we want them to spend as much time as possible within the families as well.
Yes.
So it's a community, right? So we want to keep that bond within the community, within the families. I think that's the most important thing that you can actually give to teenagers,
For sure.
because they will go out there, with that bond. They have the bond with the family. They have a nice community. They have amazing friends.
Yeah.
They have an amazing set of skills, soft skills, life skills, and I think they will be like so confident and, very well equipped, to take over the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think one of the other things that I really found pretty amazing was that you give them milestones. Typically, homeschoolers, when you were choosing homeschool, you don't get some of the typical milestones that as a teenager you look forward to, dances being one of them, or a prom. And I got to say, for our daughter, Jordan was very excited at the fact that she was like, I'm going to get to go to the dance. Like, I'm going to get to experience prom. And it's done in such a beautiful and safe environment with kids that she loves. And so maybe talk a little bit about why you felt making sure to have those milestone moments was important as part of this program.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what. Our activities, it's just not, we know it's an activity and we finish it off with the activity.
Yeah.
It's a process, okay? For me, it's very important to expose the children to as many things, as possible for them to grow and develop skills. So let's say we have we have the prom, we have the yacht party, but then we also have volunteering where they plant mangroves. Okay, then we have a master chef where they actually use their culinary skills. But what happens after that? They have to clean up the place.
Right.
Don't
leave it a mess.
yeah. They have to, and so it's a lot of social, developmental, and emotional developmental, process in the kids.
Yeah.
My mission is to prepare the children for the future.
Yes.
Equip them with, I really think that the social intelligence will take them so far.
I agree.
I think academics are important, but without social intelligence, you don't really, there will be some stumbles along the way.
For sure.
For sure. So also the life skills, they need to learn some life skills because, again, they'll be alone out there.
Yes.
So I want to expose them to a lot of things that they can learn from, We have volunteering, we have, even when we do our camping, let's say volunteering for the mangroves, beach cleaning, we sometimes have our camping at the Emirates environmental groups, right? Emirates Marine Environmental Group. So what we do actually in that camping, it's more than volunteering. We do give back to the earth. Okay, it's important to educate the children in the context of the environmental conservation.
Yes.
But in the same time, they have to cook their own meals. Okay, they make shifts actually. Okay, let's see who's doing the breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, and then there are teams. They only team up. They make teams themselves. They
Yeah.
team up, and then somebody's doing the food, somebody's
Yeah.
washing the dishes, cleaning up. After that.
Yeah.
So I think this is very, very important for the children to do. And I think there is so much learning from here, from teamwork to, like life skills that you need.
Yes.
You need because, when you are there alone, nobody's there to do them for you. You need to
Right.
to do them, yourself. So, yeah. But I love the camaraderie. That's, oh my God, so amazing. I love it. Like to see the kids, like we went to this hatha camping.
Yes.
And we did this hiking trail. It was not very easy. It took us I think about 3 hours. And of course, there are some kids, oh my God, this is hard, or something, hey, when do you reach? Like, come on, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, But what I love the most is the way they helped each other.
Yes.
You see them, actually reaching out to the ones behind, holding their hands.
Right.
And that's something that is giving me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, to see that unity, this is what I want, to see like children coming up together. We have children from all backgrounds.
Yeah.
All backgrounds, and it's backgrounds, and they are so inclusive and so nice to each other. I think we have the most amazing community of teens. Like they are so nice to each other.
Yeah.
I love that, and I think I can see that. I can see that growing with it.
For sure. It's a certain kind of culture that's being created from the ground up.
Absolutely,
And it's
yes.
for kids who potentially have been bullied, they've experienced that, they know someone. That's not what they're bringing here. This is a very, I got to say, you've definitely cultivated a very unique environment. It's something that
Thank you. I wish that too, like to
truly
to continue to do this.
It's
Yes.
it really is amazing. Like we're very grateful that Teenovation is a part of our lives for sure. So, what's your vision for the future? Because right now you're based in Dubai, but there are a lot of kids everywhere, and something like this is, I mean, just in the Emirates alone, there are many families that would really love this. Do you have plans of expanding?
Oh, totally. Definitely. So I tell you what, so we are leading a group of teenagers, right? A community of teenagers, and we have to think big. We
Right.
need to be an inspiration for them to think big as well. So definitely there are plans for expansion. We are in talks with a couple of places around the world. So yeah, definitely we are going to take it out there. Our app is in progress.
Okay.
So once our application is completed, we can actually scale it up and finalize these contracts around the world. So with my prospective partners, let's say outside, we actually came to understand that it's not a local problem. There's lack of socialization after school hours, and also the problem of children being exposed to excessive social media. Yeah, so it's everywhere.
Yes.
And I spoke with a few potential partners from a few countries around the world. So, yeah, we have a common denominator here. So then they find that Teenovation will really bring a lot of changes, and something positive actually, to form like a global community.
For sure.
This community will also be, our aim is also to facilitate, let's say, intercultural exchanges, experiences.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Where, let's say, if for travel, to facilitate travel, around the world, wherever Teenovation base is there, so that parents can actually rest assured that their children are in an environment, safe environment, where somebody is there for them. I want my children to travel the world. I would love my children to travel the world. I'm too busy to go around the world with them.
Yeah.
And I will not send them alone.
Right. Right.
I'm totally not doing that. So, but if I know there is an institution somewhere, that actually, it's a legal entity, and I know my kids can actually go there and have fun and see the world.
Yeah.
I will totally allow them. My kids are going now with the school to Bali at the end of this month
with School of Humanity?
With School of Humanity.
Wow.
And I'm so happy that School of Humanity is doing this kind of, they're doing annual gatherings every year, where being a global school, they once a year they get all these children together in different locations in the world. And they are going to get engaged in the amazing activities, and it's nice that some children actually know each other, see each other for the first time.
Yes.
So I, with Teenovation, my aim to do something like this.
Yes.
Where we have bases in different parts of the world, so children can travel.
Yes, that is.
And
sign us up.
Yes.
Sign us up. Yes, this is.
Yes.
We absolutely love that. And for our viewers listening, definitely please, take a look at this. Join this community if you have kids 10 on up. It really is amazing, because in August we are planning a family trip, our community trip to Romania.
To Romania. Yes.
We are very excited about that trip, and we want more families to be with us on that adventure, because as you have heard, it's completely dedicated to making sure teens find their calm.
Absolutely.
So as hard as you work, being a mama, being a wife, making this company happen, managing all these teens and all the emotions that comes with being a teenager, how do you find your calm?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a tough question, actually. It sounds easy, but yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I always say, I always run against time, and I'm still trying to find my stop button, where I'm taking a break. And, I'm working towards that. For me, nature does it, to be honest. I love nature.
Yes.
I love nature. Well, I'm going to have my calm.
Yep.
This coming weekend, camping at Snake
Going
Island.
camping.
Yeah. So that is for me, I'm recharging my batteries.
Yes.
3 days on the beach in the nature.
Yeah. That's good.
So that's amazing for me.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Otherwise, I try to actually fit in I started like a little workout now in the mornings, early mornings. So I have the time, the rest of the day to, for my work. I think I was talking to friends, I was talking to people, and, I realized it's so important to take that time. No matter what it is, whether it is half an hour, like workout or dance, or, it's so important. So I'm definitely trying to fit that in my daily schedule. I started recently again because I was so busy and I was so focused. I'm telling you, even like I woke up in the night and I'm writing something down. I'm like, okay,
yep,
you have to stop.
I do the same thing. I have an idea and I'm putting it in my phone and back to sleep.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. So you know how it is. Yeah,
exactly. So, but finding those micro moments are important, right? It's just ebbing and flowing. Balance is such an illusion. It's just like one day this gets more of my attention, the next day this does, and then just flowing,
Absolutely.
Going with the flow, right? So
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel, okay, 24 hours is not enough.
Yeah.
That they should have more hours.
Especially when you're passionate about something that you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's a whole different dynamic.
Exactly. You'll see me working at like 11 p.m., like midnight.
Yeah.
You can ask my husband. like sometimes, okay.
He's like, enough.
Enough. Yeah.
No, I cannot thank you enough for coming on to share the Teenovation story, share your background, and just, what you're doing for these kids is I know that we're grateful, and I'm sure all of the families that are members are eternally grateful for all the love and energy that you put in.
Thank you. And I'm so grateful, and I'm so blessed to have this community. And to be honest, seeing all these children together, it's such a happiness for me. Okay. I think there's nothing better than this, than to see the kids happy.
Yeah.
And I always say, even I tell my kids sometimes, you know what, when I'm looking at the children, especially the teenagers, because they are going through a lot, finding they're trying to find their own identity.
Yeah.
It's a road to self-discovery, and even I tell my kids, you know what? I could be, that child could be my child if I had been born in that family.
Yes.
So this is how I see when I look at the children.
Yes.
And I
Absolutely.
think they're such the most important thing in our lives, and they are the future of this earth, of this world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to prepare them, as responsible citizens of the world. We need to have a better earth, a better world, and they are the ones to take it up there.
That's right. That's right. So tell us where people can find you.
Definitely. We can be found at teenovation.net. It's our website. Also, our Instagram handle is Teenovation Dubai. Anybody can reach us through this, send us an email or a message through Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll be sure to put the socials at the bottom of this video so that
That
people
would be
can easily get in
amazing.
contact with you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time.